When we lived in Mexico, I respected the Mexican authorities. When we lived in Colombia, I respected the Colombian authorities. Living in the United States, I respect the authorities wherever we are. Now, the media will say, whenever there's conflict between authorities and people, they always say, was the police too harsh? Was the authority figure, did they do something wrong? Well, yeah, they're imperfect people. Everybody's imperfect. But I've found that if you just respect authority, God will put blessings in your life. And so this is what God is calling us to do. Give respect. Pay your taxes, pay tribute, give respect. He doesn't ask us if this person deserves the respect. He says he's an authority, give respect. This is a God-ordained thing. And give honor. Again, some of you groaned and some of you, yeah, that's my guy right there. Doesn't matter. Give honor. Why? Because there is a position here. These are a position that these elected officials are called to be in and to do and to govern. And so give honor to that. So if your guy is there this time, he's doing great, give honor to that. If your guy missed out and the other guy is there, still give, or girl, give honor because that person is in a position that deserves honor. And so that's how you submit to authority. That's what the text tells us. Pay your taxes, pay your tributes, give respect, and give honor. And to finalize here, I'd like to give you the last reason why to submit to authority. We talked about how. How is pay your taxes, pay your tributes, give respect, and then honor people. And we talked about several whys. Why? Because God ordained it. Because if you don't, you're going to be under the sword. You're going to receive punishment. But here's the real reason. Here's the main reason. And Paul doesn't say it in this chapter, but he says it later on. The real reason to submit to authority has a lot to do with God. Has a lot to do with God. We are Jesus Christ in our life. Can I get an amen on that?
Amen.
We are followers of Jesus Christ. We submit to authority to show God's truthfulness. Look what this says. Romans 15:8-9. I tell you that Christ became a servant. He submitted himself. He became a servant to the circumcised. That means the Jewish people. To show God's truthfulness. Christ came and served his own people. He washed their feet. Now, he came as a king. He came as a maximum authority. But when he came into Jerusalem, he came in on a humble little colt. And he didn't come in claiming his throne. He came in Jerusalem and gave his life. Why? Well, he did it silently, except for a couple of words about saying, the only reason you have any authority at all, Pilate, is because God gave it to you. He was silent before his shearers, and they killed him. Why? Because his role in God's economy of things was to give his life and declare God's truth about the forgiveness of sins. Our role is slightly different. Our role is to come in and be servants, having received that forgiveness, but to show God's truthfulness by preaching and by telling people, by giving a testimony that I submit to authority, to the president, to the governor, to the mayor, to whoever, teacher, administrator, HOA, whoever. I submit to my supervisors, my authority, church authorities inside the family of God. I submit to those because I am a follower of Christ and I want you to know the truthfulness about God. Someone who is complaining and griping and disrespecting and confronting authority all the time has no testimony about God's truthfulness. The only way to have a testimony about God's truthfulness is to submit to the authorities that are over you. And so Paul found himself in a dungeon, in a jail. He's writing to the Philippians. He says, you know what? What has happened to me? Here I am in a prison, in a dungeon. What happened to me really has turned out for the benefit of the gospel. Every night, he doesn't say this, but we know this is what the Romans did. Every night, They change the guard. They give me a new guard. I get to preach the whole new guard. Tomorrow they give me another guard 12 hours later. Then they give me another guard. You know, those guys are hearing the Word of God. You know, and it does say this. The whole Praetorian Guard, the whole palace guard has heard about God's truthfulness. Paul wasn't bemoaning his rights taken away. He was just submitting to what God had put him in and allowed him to be in it. He just kept preaching God's truthfulness. Now, if that's our goal, if that's what we're about as followers of Christ, is making God's truthfulness known, that sure makes submitting to authority a lot easier. Because then it's not about defending injustices or, well, I want this or, well, I want the other. It's not about me. It's about God and what God might do through any given circumstances. Notwithstanding, we live in a democracy. The government is of the people, by the people, and for them. We certainly need to participate and elect our officials and all of that and be involved. All of that is true. Nevertheless, when it comes right down to it, there's going to be authorities in our lives, and we're not going to agree with everything they want to do, but yet we're called to submit to authority. Why? Because in doing so, we will have a grounds, we will have a platform to say, let me tell you about the God who gave you authority. I'm going to talk about God's truthfulness, as Jesus did to Pilate. You wouldn't have any authority unless my Father gave it to you. So let me tell you about the Father who gave you authority. That's the reason we submit to authority. So, that being said, that's a real revolutionary idea in our society. Our society would totally reject what was just said. But as followers of Christ, this is a real platform for which to speak the truth of God in the place where we live. Let's be ready to sing.